We are all offering desperate prayers. You see in yourself what's happening here. This city is like a warship defeated in battle, wallowing aimlessly in a sea of blood. The crops are rotting in the fields. Disease is killing all the cattle. Babies are born dead or decay in the womb. And as if that wasn't enough...
My children, believe me when I say I know everything you're suffering. Why you've come here and what you ask of me. I suffer as much, perhaps more than you do. You carry your personal burdens of sorrow.
No, son of Menocius! What is the god's message? What does the oracle say?
It's good news. Or perhaps I should say it will be good news if all turns out well, though perhaps painful to begin with.
And what does that mean? At such an answer, I don't know if I should laugh or cry.
Do you want me to say it all here in public, or shall we go in?
In public, of course. While these people suffer, I suffer too. Their life concerns me more than my own.
The answer is straightforward and the command simple. There is something unclean in our city. Born here, living here. It pollutes everything. We harbor it. We must drive it out.
Well, how can it be purified? The pollution of this unclean thing. What is it?
By banishment or by blood for blood. It was bloodshed, the oracle said, that whipped up this storm that's destroying us.
Whose blood was shed? What sort of man?
There was a king here, sir, before you came. His name was Laius.
I know the name. I never saw the man.
The man was killed. And the oracle's meaning is clear enough. The murderers of Laius must be found and the unknown killers brought to justice.
But where are they? The trail's gone cold. It's an old story now. Where shall we begin?
Here. The god said here. Search and you won't be disappointed.
The blind man. The shaman, Tiresias. He sees into the heart of things.
And has solved more mysteries than any man living.
Look around at us, the whole city. We're all imploring you to speak.
That is because you are all blind to what I can see. I can't tell you. The truth is painful. My secret and yours.
You do know it, don't you? And you're holding back. Are you prepared to watch the whole country die?
I'm saving you from agony and myself. Don't ask me again. Don't waste your time. I shall tell you nothing.
No. So there will be no doubt.
Didn't you hear? Or do you want me to elaborate?
I heard, but I didn't believe my ears. Say it again, aloud, to everybody.
You are the murderer of the murdered king.
Twice, to my face, you will...
Say, and I've said it to your face. Why should I be frightened? You no longer have the power to hurt me. But I will say one thing more. The man you're looking for, the man you cursed and threatened, the murderer of Laius, is here! He passes for a foreigner who lives in Thebes, but he was born here, and will learn that to his cost. He could see when he came here, he will leave blind. He's a rich man now. He will go as a beggar, groping with a stick in his hand, tapping his way. He will leave this city into endless exile. To his children, whom he loves, he is brother and father.
Dearest, you called me out from the palace again. What's going on?
This man has news for you. Listen, and then tell me what you think of oracles with their mystification and mumbo-jumbo.
Who is he? What does he have to say?
He comes from Corinth. Your father, he's dead. Polybus, do you understand me? He's dead.
What? Tell me, Elsa. Too dreadful to tell a stranger? Or can anyone hear it? Oh, it's no secret. Apollo's mouthpiece, the Pythia herself, told me I was doomed to marry my own mother.
and kill my father bloodily with my own hands. It's for this reason that I left Corinth and have stayed away so long. I've prospered, as you see, abroad, but nothing can compensate for the loss of my parents' love. The pleasure denied me of seeing them face to face.
And this is the fear that's kept you in exile? No other reason?
Well, it was enough. I was determined not to kill my father.
Well, I came to do you one good turn, and now I can do you another.
What do you mean, old man? Well, for God's sake, tell me everything you know.
This fear of yours that stops you coming home.
The fear that the god's prediction should come true.
Is it all that about your parents and the crime you're doomed to commit?
Of course it is. And from the very first moment, that fear has never left me.
Pointless, sir, quite without basis. Nothing to be scared of at all.
Why? I don't understand you. If I'm their son...
Who says you're their son? Polybus wasn't your father. No relation at all.
What are you saying? Polybus wasn't my father.
No more your father than I am. They're just the same relationship, in fact.
Same relationship? My father and you? How is that possible?
It's possible because that man was not your father, and neither am I.
And why did he call me his son?
I gave you to him as a present.
Gave me to him? But he loved me like a son. No father could have done more.
He had no children and wanted a child.
What was I then? A foundling? Or a slave, child, bought somewhere?
Not a bit of it. You were found on the mountain in a hollow under some trees up there on Githyrus.
And what were you doing up there?
Looking after the sheep. That was my job.
And what were you? A journeyman shepherd taking whatever work came?
That's right. And a good thing for you that I was, eh? Son. Look at your ankles. They're still swollen up more than normal.
What's that to do with it? An old weakness I've had since a child.
I know you have. Your ankles were drilled through and tied together. I cut you free.
That must be true. You can still see the scars. I had them as a boy.
How else did you get your name? Oedipus, swollen foot. Well, that's what it means, isn't it?
Dear gods.
Someone else.
Who else? From Thebes? From one of the citizens here? What kind of house did that baby come from?
I beg you, sir. By all the gods, don't ask me that.
I am asking. If I must ask again, you're as good as dead.
Well, you see, it was born in Laius' house.
A slave? Or was it a blood relation?
I'm on the edge, sir. Must I say it?
Yes, we're both on the edge. I must hear you say it.
They did say it was his. But the queen in the palace, she could tell you.
Do you mean she gave it to you?
Yes, sir, she did.
Why? For what purpose?
To kill it, sir.
Her own child. Poor woman.
Yes, sir, there was some prophecy. She was scared stiff.
What prophecy?
There was talk that the boy would kill his father.
And why, in the name of all the gods, did you give it to this man? A favor more I must ask or beg. The woman